myself. And you're trying to make it better with a letter after letter, but it ain't working, can't you tell? Talking every night, still don't feel alright. Kiss me through the phone, help me feel alone. Baby, you got it and you know that you got it, so why don't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? So you were calling me, and baby, won't you let me be? Nothing seems to go my way, 'cause I was feeling kinda lonely, could've used a little company, really wanted you to stay. And if I'm being honest, all the things that I promised ought to get you up behind the wheel. 'Cause nothing makes it better, not a letter after letter, till I finally can get you here. Talking every night, still don't feel alright. Kiss me through the phone, help me feel alone. Baby, you got it and you know that you got it, so why don't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? You know I never get excited when I find my room lighted by the glow of a TV screen. And nobody ever told me that in times when I'm lonely I should call, baby, how you been? And tonight was something different, a little hit the licorice, your voice coming through my cell. And you're trying to make it better with a letter after letter, but it ain't working, can't you tell? Talking every night, still don't feel alright. Kiss me through the phone, help me feel alone. Baby, you got it and you know that you got it, so why don't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? So you were calling me, and baby, won't you let me be? Nothing seems to go my way, 'cause I was feeling kinda lonely, could've used a little company, really wanted you to stay. And if I'm being honest, all the things that I promised ought to get you up behind the wheel. 'Cause nothing makes it better, not a letter after letter, till I finally can get you here. Talking every night, still don't feel alright. Kiss me through the phone, help me feel alone. Baby, you got it and you know that you got it, so why don't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? You know I never get excited when I find my room lighted by the glow of a TV screen. And nobody ever told me that in times when I'm lonely I should call, baby, how you been? And tonight was something different, a little hit the licorice, your voice coming through my cell. And you're trying to make it better with a letter after letter, but it ain't working, can't you tell? Talking every night, still don't feel alright. Won't you come over? Won't you come over? So you were calling me, and baby, won't you let me be? Nothing seems to go my way. 'Cause I was feeling kinda lonely, could've used a little company. Really wanted you to stay. And if I'm being honest, all the things that I promised ought to get you up behind the wheel. 'Cause nothing makes it better, not a letter after letter, till I finally can get you here. Talking every night, still don't feel alright. You kiss me through the phone, help me feel alone. Baby, you got it and you know that you got it, so why don't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over?
Hey everyone, I think everything's working here. Let me make sure. Actually, I can listen to it right here. See if I can hear myself. Oh, come on. Let's see. Yeah, yep, I can hear myself. All right. So I think that's all working. Anyway, thanks for showing up again. It's raining here, and you know, it's cold. So outside, my shirt's all wet. It's outside fiddling around, getting some stuff set up. Got the fire going in the house, so it's nice and warm in here. And it's, you know, it's California cold for us. Gotta get the wood stove fired up. But I'm working on another gun. I'm just trying to get caught up, and I figured what the hell, just bring you along for the ride. And got a Nova gun here, and this is, I always kind of hard to tell which vintage this one is. I sometimes can tell by the gauge. I gotta hide the frame because I'm doing it on YouTube too. But the gauge is the UIM gauge, the 0 to 500. So generally, it's a newer one. Meaning it's more recently built. This customer sent it in. It did some updates on it himself, or I don't know if it was updates or what, but he put an Inception Trident bolt in it. It's got an Inception DTR RAM on it because I think he had issues with his RAM, which is right here. I always say, look, if you have one of these Nova guns, the next one Sentinels, and you're having issues with it, and you're the original owner, send it back to Nova. You paid for it. Have them fix it for you. Because when it comes to me, I don't know if their warranties. I mean, I can't cover their hard parts, so I can only cover O-rings that I put into it, in essence. So, in my stuff when I wear my warranty, but any of the hard parts, if this thing goes bad, it's on their parts and whatever warranty they have. So I always say, go back to Nova first, hit them up, give them the first chance before you pay someone else to work on your stuff. If you don't want to work on your stuff, which is fine. Don't worry about that. But anyway, yeah, so let's get going on that. I'm going to flip this up like this so you can't see the frame. The other thing is, I don't know what they did to it. I can't get this trigger to move either which way, so we're going to start taking this guy apart, going through it. I don't know if it's if something's boogered up on it, but I'm going to get the frame off of here. Okay, so I know the frame works. I have it here. I know it works fine. So that's good. Safety works. So I know it's not the frame. So let's set the frame off to the side. So I have everything here. Let's see. Put the other parts here. So this is just, it's like stuck. That is just sticking in there. So let's go and see if I can pull that off. Watch, I'll probably get a phone call while I'm doing this. Let's take this guy off. We're going to take all these, we're going to replace these O-rings anyway, because it is a newer gun. I just rather be confident on the O-rings. Okay, that seems fine. Okay. Well, that O-ring looks really good, so may not replace that one. Let's see if I can pull this guy off. Have that little thing here. It's loosen that screw up. I can pull this off of here now because it's not showing a FRAME, because that's what gets the YouTube people all panties in a bunch. Okay, we're going to take these hoses off. Try to get this off first. Okay, there we go. That's off. We're going to pull this hose off right here. Oh man, that's on there. There we go. That off. There's a little pin in here you don't want to lose on these guys, right in here. Make sure it's in good shape. We'll pull it out. Okay, I can't get it out. Maybe they changed how they do their thing because I can't get that pin out. Something seems funky with this. This doesn't seem to be working right. The pin should be, I don't know, maybe it is. No, it's working. It's pitch depression. But we'll take that apart in a minute. I'm gonna set this off to the side, set it in here. I don't want to lose that little pin. Let's take this collar off. What I have seen is the machining on this collar. If I could machine one of these things. It's really thin right around this area, right around where this notch is, where those set screws go in. They don't need to machine that deep. And if you do tighten the screws up, yeah. See, it's catching right here. Is it catching because, well, that is weird. Why is it catching? I don't think this thing ever worked. Put that here, see if I can. No. It's like, this one has got like a burr in there, like a machining burr. I don't think this thing ever worked. So this should go all the way through. It stops. You can kind of see, get here in the line. It stops right there. I can't put it through this way. It just won't go through. Is this just a bad part? It just won't go through. Clean it up here. This could be needing a new part. I'll talk to the customer on this one. Where is it? I'm trying to look down there and trying to see. Man, I don't know if it doesn't fit. It's like it fits through this side. I think that's just bad. Here, I have one here. It's partially damaged. Let me try this guy. Let me try another one of these guys. That one doesn't fit through, so we know it's not that. And then I got one right here. See, that goes all the way through. Huh. Oh, shoot. I pulled my pin out. There we go. So it goes from this one. Weird, wild stuff. Why is it not doing that? Got another one here. A couple of these guys. This is one where it's sticking too. It's sticking because the inside is dented, just like a little dent right there. I could probably pound that little dent out. I got the pin in there too? Yeah, it's got the pin in there too. Okay, so weird, wild stuff. Really weird. I just can't figure out why it's not wanting to go through. I can't see where it's stopping here. I have a different pair of glasses. Maybe these are just dirty or something. Rebuild with the 3-way pin backwards. Oh, I want to do this. I want to bring up, come on, bring up comments. All right. Okay, so I see. Captions, can't hear anything. Oh, neat. Okay, so they can't hear anything on YouTube. Oh, he can't hear anything I think in a shop. He needs captions. I get it. Let me see if I can hear it on YouTube, just to make sure, because I'm pretty sure it's working. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's because your shop's noisy. Okay, I can put a Beardworks comment here. Send. There it is. Yeah, Jake. Matthew from World Cup. Let's put that one up. Hey, Matt from World Cup. Spit on it. Yeah. Oh, there's some funny. So for the people that are on Facebook, I'm putting up some YouTube comments. Jake says spit on it. Okay. And then Matthew says he's back. Great. I don't know where he left to. Oh, he's at World Cup. Welcome to the Sheet Show. That's it. Josh is in here. Fidel is in here. Shane Burns is in here. At least 4 LOL. I don't know. Let's see. Rebuilt with a 3-way pin backwards. No, it's this guy. And I'm gonna most recent. Yeah, I do. Hold. Yeah. I needed the 100X glasses. I do. I can't see shit, man. I just got new glasses, and my eyesight got better. They say that like in your 40s, your late 40s, you lose your eyesight a little bit for it's like male pattern baldness or whatever, and then you, which I have, and then when you get older, your eyesight may come back a little bit from the hardening of the, it's just the, it's the onset of cataracts. Super great. But yeah, so I got new glasses. Thanks for that. But the problem is, I gotta scroll. I gotta bring this whole thing up. Most recent. Oh no, cancel. There we go. I can bring it up like that so I can see the. So the problem is this doesn't go all the way through. See, I can't push it through this way, and I think it was just machine bad. And how it left the shop. I mean, there's no damage here. So I'm just not getting, I can see man, I can just, maybe there's a little, I don't know. I'm just trying to wipe off any goopers on the inside. Well, there's no dents in it in that thin part. It may have got damaged. That could have happened. Like it could have got damaged in shipping. I don't know. I'm trying to get this, where I'm getting the reflection of this background, this white background, and I'm looking through it. I can run a hone down here and clean this up, but yeah, that just won't go through. That's the problem there. So anyway, well, to get to that one, yay, super not awesome. Let's pull that pin up. Man, that's hard to get out. Oh, because it's not the. Get the back block off. Spinny, spinny. Come on. There we go. Okay, this is not on here, so we're gonna do a couple things. Kind of my pre-set up stuff. Clean this guy off here. My toothbrush. Where'd my toothbrush go? Right here. Just run a cleaning toothbrush across that, and then a QE tip in here. See, it's been used. I don't know if this thing was damaged, you know, like that when it got shipped. I don't know. But in theory, I'm going to talk to them. You know, do you want that? Okay, so let's go. Hey, I got Shane Richer. Shane's supposed to be sending me a gun. Oh, no, he already did. He sent me the rebuild theory backwards. Oh, man. I wish there was the real problem. China. Yeah, I agree with you there. Use a hammer. Yeah, Matthew, I can use a hammer. So I'm looking at a lot of YouTube stuff. Shane Richer, make me not want to buy that Switch. It's not, I don't know. Look at, the Nova guys don't like me because I'm honest. And I'm sorry I'm honest, but they don't like me because of that. I like their stuff. That's the funny thing. What I don't like is kind of the build quality, but you know, I get to have an opinion. It's called America. You know, get over it. And I like their stuff. There's certain things I don't like. I mean, quite frankly, I'm telling you, if you're looking for a frame, and I'm a ShockTech guy, right? But ShockTech doesn't sell slider frames except the Gunfighter. I got to keep this. This is like this one, because it's YouTube. This is the Bell Cells Angry Frame. Go to Nova's website under accessories, Autocockers. Look at the Angry or their Bell Cells copy frame. Buy the complete thing. Get it with this little T-slot adapter for the bottom. It bolts up. It's mated to the bottom. It's nice. Good job, Nova, on that. It's a nice slider frame. You can't go wrong. It's a Bell Cells copy, and it's Bell Cells made a good frame. So that might. Okay, yeah, Shane. No, it'll be shipping on Monday. Let's see. Yeah, this guy right here, Gumby. I agree with you. That's what I can do. And you're not going to see it because inside, not going to hurt a thing. Mazzani's in here. Killshot Customs. Okay, perfect. No. Yeah. They're gonna claim that I'm the establishment. Look out, guys. They'll claim that, oh, the establishment is being mean to us again. Okay, well, I don't know. So can anyone say, hey, look, here's a problem. Ooh, a little ant up there. Where'd that ant come from? Got an ant. Okay, I'm gonna hang that up there. That doesn't fall anywhere. Josh Carey used and I'm sure, Josh, that those Raxias stuff that I sent you. I don't know. Or you bought from me. Let's see. And then this, Nate says, is this a Nova? It is a Nova Sentinel. So yes, it is. It is a Nova Sentinel. I'm going to take off this Inception RAM. See, this one is actually nice. Okay, that's still got to be gone through. We're just going to take it off so it's out of the way. Take that off. All right, there goes off. Other thing is this. We're going to do the fix to this. We'll do it right now once we got our part. Oh, let's see. Where's my screws for that? Should be over here. No. Over here. Over here. Over there. Where did I put those screws? I think they're right here. Oh, it's heavy. 1032s. There, right here. One of those. Like that. I do these to all these type of feed necks. These are essentially a Scony feed neck. And it's a good little feed neck. Oh man, oh, I got that in there tight. But they don't want to get it out. I need my pliers. I can grab on just to the flats here. Oh, no, I can't. I'm going to just grab onto these flat. There's some little flats that I can grab onto. Just hold on to it, and we're going to pop this. Wow. Wow, okay, that one won't come out. But, because they Loctited in there, because they wanted to do everyone a favor on that one. I have one in here. I have one right here. And hopefully this guy's not Loctited the hell in there. Let me see. Uh-oh. Let's see. Shipping. Whose idea was it to make the frame? You just set me up, buddy. You just set me up. Whose idea was it to make the frame, the bell cells frame? It was mine. I said, look if you guys want to do this, do a bell cells copy. Just copy the frame. I was on the phone with Christopher Nova at the time, and he went, and while we're on the phone, he bought one off eBay, a chrome one. I said, just copy that. Copy it exactly. And you'll be extremely happy with it. It's a good frame. No one's making it anymore. Bell Cells is not going to make it. They're not in the market of making it anymore. So this, if anyone wants this is a 8x32 1-inch long set screw. Just, it's an Allen on the other end here. And I use 680 green Loctite. I just put a little bit on, and I'm going to screw this in just to where it's flush against the other side. And we'll let that set. This other end is just loose. Okay, so that can just Loctite set. And so what it does is when you do it this way, if that one screw falls out, if this screw comes out on the other way, this little hinge pin will fall out on the ground. You'll lose it. And that's hard to come by. So, actually I'm going to put it back on the gun. And then I'm going to go like this. Put it on the gun. This is going to go like this. Put a little tension on it, and that will keep it tight. There we go. And that should hold it tight on there. That is one thing that I do. Let's take this lower tube out. Oh, let me catch up. Nate, what cockers you recommend for a young fly looking to get shooting cockers and don't need anything too fancy, and preferably something I don't have to mess with too often? This is a very good question. I'm going to bring this up. So, man, if, whoa, oh, that's set up. Okay, well, that can be right here. That's already set up. If it was 2005, I'd say go buy yourself an Oracle or a one of the war games, the original war games. I think it's new war games, just original war games. I'd say go buy one of those. They're pretty. They had it figured out by then. Pretty reliable setup, and I'd say go buy one of those. Today. Today, I'm kind of going through all these things. Make sure I'm missing. You want something that if you're used to like shooting an EMAC or any modern spool gun, where you do the velocity off the regulator, you got one screw velocity, you screw your tank in, you put your hopper on, you put a barrel on, and you do the velocity off one screw, and you just want it to work. Save up your money, and the best deal out there, save up your money and buy ShockTech complete gun. Now there's a way to do it with ShockTech that you can stage some payments out. They'll reasonably do a payment plan. So if you say, look, I want this body design, and you put a down payment on it, and then it goes off to the anodizer, you get to choose. This is cool because you get to choose your anode color and your body style, and so you pay the $300, I think it's $300, $350 to put a down payment on it, and then while you wait for it every month, you can put, another couple $100 or every 2 weeks. I don't know how you get paid and stuff like that, or you can sell some things, and then you can do that. And since they're a Shopify store, you can do the Shopify credit. Now their guns are $1,600, and I recommend getting. Depending on where you live, it comes with Field 1 barrel with one insert, the 683 insert, and then you can upgrade for the rest of the inserts from them if you want to, or you can buy the inserts individually on ones that you need, which may save you a little bit of coin on that. But it is straight up just a great gun. Do I have one? Yeah, hold on. Let me grab something here. Let's grab this one. That's right here. I need to get this up for sale. No, not that one. Hold on. That one right here. This will be for sale here really soon on ShockTech's website, I think. So I got to cover this. Here's a Desert Fox because it's YouTube. This is a Pink Lady Desert Fox. And I'll bring just half of it in there. Because I can't, if I bring the frame in, YouTube gets wackadoodly. This marker out of the box with a good paint the barrel match, you should be shooting 300 feet per second. And you're like, well, wait a second. My field does not allow me to shoot 300 feet per second. Yeah, we know that. We know it doesn't, and that's okay. Totally okay. Because you just adjust the regulator and turn it down to 280 feet per second. It's one screw, and that's it. You drop some drops of oil in it, some Casey Outlast, some Gold Cup, oil. You can use 3-in-1 oil if you want to. You drop in the little can, it's little pop top. It's kind of shows my age. You can use that. It's not going to hurt it at all. 2 drops of oil. Screw your tank in. Fire the gun without the barrel on it. Get that oil cycling through there. You don't need to do it when you buy the gun. This is after, I'd say after you play and you shoot a couple cases through it. 2 drops of oil before you go out and play, or after you play, whichever way. I usually say after cleaning and then before you go play. That's it. Yes, it's an expensive gun. Yes, it's a one-time purchase. Amazing gun. Period. Hard stop. Don't look anywhere else. That's it. Now, are there other guns out there that someone's going to say, well, I've got a great gun, you should buy this from me? Sure. There are. And your chances of getting a good one is 50-50 on that. So, I say hard stop. Who was that again? I got to go up here. Okay, this is Nate. Hard stop, Nate, on that. That's what I would do. Okay, we're talking about Christians attend. I heard a lot of good things about Shock. This is Nate's. Let me put up Nate. Sin. Okay, he says, heard a lot of good things about Shock Tech. I just don't want to pull the trigger. I like a $300 trilogy and never really work or dump money or fixing it is worth it. You know, yeah, you can. So, like, when you get service from me on a mechanical cocker, it's $135, includes return shipping to you. So you're saving yourself about $20 there. You're going to ship it to me. Most people will go to the post office, and it'll be a $30 bill to get it to me. Because they don't use, you know, like pirate ship or something like that, which you save yourself a ton of money, like half of that. And then if they don't ship it right, it comes damaged with a bent ram. So you're $30 in shipping to me. If it comes with a bent ram, that's $50. So right there, you're $70 or $80 into it. Then you have 135, 130, let's say. So that's 220, I think it is. $210 into the gun, and that's if it doesn't need anything, like it's just O-rings, and I can get up and run with O-rings. That's your potentially your $200 or $300. So your $300 becomes a $600 gun. So it's kind of like, okay, what do I want to do? So you can go buy Nova gun, and you can cross your fingers. It's a $500 gun. You can cross your fingers that it's going to work good. And it's kind of like if you've never felt a good running autococker, and you start at the bottom of the pile, and I would say Nova's the bottom of the pile, just say you start at the bottom pile with a used gun that wasn't tuned right, and you're just going to get this like, man, I feel like I'm wasting money. This is a money pit. You're going to get frustrated. It is a phenomenal platform, and they're fun guns to shoot. I wouldn't be doing this hobby. I'd be doing something else, you know. This is, you know, I'm retired. I can do anything else. So it is just a really cool hobby. So it was a great question. Highly recommend a Shock Tech. Spend that $300 on the down payment. Make payments with them. You'll have it paid off sooner than you think. Ready for next season. Shock Tech all the way. Sorry. Oh, that's my wife coming in. Let's see. And then the other side, pull the trigger. Okay. As the parts is okay. Yeah, Dan is 100% correct on that. Yeah, so like I said, there are a lot of other guns out there, and then I would say the next level I'd go to is I would look at a Meteor gun and have it finished with any of the techs out there. Most of them will probably put Shock Tech pneumatics on it. If you find like a Meteor gun, like Meteor does a good job. It's a brand new gun. They have good engineering behind it. Let's see. Nate, don't hesitate. If you have Facebook or go to my Docfire page, there's a phone number on there. Give me a call, and we can talk over the phone. I'm in California time, 7 days a week. If the phone rings and it's near me, I'm going to pick it up. So don't hesitate. Give me a call. I can talk offline, and I can give you a lot of different options out there and stuff like that. And even if you're looking at a used gun, you can reasonably use me to say, hey, you can have the person send the gun to me initially, which will save you on the initial shipping if you're buying something online. And I can go through it I can do just an overview assessment of it. Be a small fee for that. But there's a lot of things you can do. Okay, so, okay, Nate, there you go. Okay, Ryan Beard, is it true that CP is no longer making paper slate? Yes, it is. We all got an email. I'm a dealer with CP that, hey, do you want to... They're selling all whatever they have out. They have a lot of weird things. I haven't made an order. Just there's a lot of stuff. I did make a small order from them, there's a lot of things that they don't have. They may still make regs. They're not sure yet, but it's true. The company's not going out of business. The company is Mesa Engineering out of Mesa, Arizona, or Mesa Machining, and they're in aerospace, and they do aerospace and firearms, and that's where the money's at. The original owner who owned, and CP was a subset of that. The original owner sold the company to another, basically retired, sold Mesa Engineering. They kind of continued along selling and making components, and with that they decided, hey, look, this is more of a hassle than it's worth, and we really don't have machine time to do any paintball stuff. I do know that, like for Shock Tech and some of these companies that buy regs from them, it's not like they're getting rid of the machines and the tooling. They're going to maintain all that stuff, but they'll make large runs. Usually Shock Tech buys 5,000 regs from them at a time, so they do big orders. And so anyway, yes, that helps. So what topping you put on your pizza? Oh man, this is a good one. Man, it used to be pepperoni with the small pepperonis, the small little round ones that curl up, and they get the little, like, oil on the inside, and they got crisp on the edge like bacon. I used to be my favorite, and then I got really bad heartburn from that. I like a good cheese pizza. I like pepperoni and olives. I like black olives. Man, I'm trying to think. I gotta talk and work at the same time. Let me see did I put that up there? This is the question. No problem, Nate. Today, I like when I do a vegetarian pizza, and I know that sounds counterproductive. Sometimes I just get tired of meat on pizzas. It just gets too heavy. I'll do mushrooms and olives, which I do like mushrooms. And I think it's because the mushrooms are a little bit meaty. So I like mushrooms. I do mushrooms on there. So there we go. That's my pizza. I like cheese pizza. I subscribe to the Dave Portnoy One Bite app, and I watch all his videos, and I think his taste and my taste on pizzas are right on cue for being the same. Snova valve, man, it just looks. I don't think this gun was shot much for some crazy reason. Okay, that's out. I don't need to take the front block off. The other thing on this, let's see, burger patty. I love that name, burger patty. Also, these are great questions, guys. I appreciate it. So, if you want to, you guys don't have my address. I said you could send Uber me some pizza. That'd be phenomenal. But I'm not a fan of the pineapple and the ham, although I will eat it if it's there because I love pizza. So it's not my favorite. Not my favorite type of pizza. I get it. It's people's choice, right? So yeah. Now pizza places. That's a whole other thing. I've always tried to search out a new pizza place everywhere and go. I'm trying to protect this because I got to take this ball tint off. And I got to use a pair of pliers to get it off. So, the Nova ball tents, real quick. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Scone does get vegan pizza. I'm torn between ID NOS and SAS Darren plates from my experience. Josh Carey. Inception Designs NOS or the SAS, which is the SAS is the hump for an 86. I don't know. Man. I'm just trying to think here. On the NOS, I don't know. I like the NOS. The SAS plate, it's kind of engineered to work with this stuff, so it kind of has that. The reality is you don't feel it when you're playing. So, I don't know. I don't use those frames anymore. Don't get me wrong, they're nice. I just don't use them anymore. And then they're kind of hard to come by. But I still have them. I have a Predator. I think it has a NOS plate in it. I don't know, Josh. I think it's kind of your preference. Anyway, Samantha, yeah, that Nexus, sure. I got another Nexus supposed to be coming in. Fidel, who was in earlier. He's at World Cup right now. He's got his buddy who's got one and wants to send it to me to work on. But anyway, back to this. These... these guys right here, they're just like a Shock Tech. I mean, they're a copy of the Shock Tech ball detents. I can just get a grip on it. I'm trying to. God, I don't know if I can. I may have to grab it this way. This was so. At first, they weren't Loctiting these guys, and now they are. Man, you can't get it. You can't take these out. You can't service them. And the idea of a removable ball detent is the ability to be able to service it. Okay. Oh my God, that's in there. It won't. And so, if you guys watched my video yesterday, the one that was the one I put on. See, they have this Loctited together. It's Loctited together. That silver part, the stainless steel part, it's not supposed to be Loctited to the cap. That's supposed to be free. So let's go like this. And it's not. So they do watch my videos. I think they get mad and they turn them off because feelings get damaged or something like that. And they don't understand that. They watch them, they'll understand that they can make a better product, or they can install their products better, and so that you don't have problems like this. Where then so the problem with a non-rebuildable ball detent like the factory Autococker ones is you ever have a ball that's jammed in there, and granted, you know they're not going to be making Autococker parts forever. It's going to eventually die. Yeah, I can see they got green Loctite all buried in here. The idea is that this is rebuildable. So if I blow up paint, and paint will get in here, and it'll get behind there's a little steel spring. It's not stainless steel, it's steel, and they'll rust that spring, and that spring will just collapse, and the ball will get jammed back there, and the paint will dry and hold the ball back. And guess what? If you can't take it apart, you can't fix it. So if you do get paint blowing up in your gun, then you could unscrew the cap. The stainless steel part will stay in here. Yeah, they're Loctited out there. Great. And that part will stay in there, and then you can clean all the parts. And you replace them. If the little spring's getting rusty, you put a new spring in there. And then you have a nice rebuilt, fixed thing. All right, so that, put the body over here. I'm just going to set it on this thing. All right. So these, I know I'm going to have to torch. So I'll do that offline because I got to pull those stickers off. Let's look at the regulator. I just unscrewed this. I did not take it off. I'm going to put it on this gauge. So, of course it doesn't fit. Of course it doesn't fit on this thing. Because everyone's ASA standards are different. So I need my adapter. No, I'll put it on a different one. Where's my other thing? Right over here. I'll put it on this digital one. Let's see what she does. See if it's going to screw on here. Yeah, it will. It's just a little tight. Not the end of the world. Turn this on. So 3,000, rated at 3,000. We're going to bring my little hose up here and we're going to plug her in. I don't know what this is set at. Let's find out. Okay, 309, 310, 312. All right. Let's see how consistent it is. So let's say 309, 312. Gas it up, and we're going to put it on real quick. Okay. So that seems to be working good. Let's see if it's... There's certain things I see on this that are irritating. Like Teflon tape. That shouldn't be there. I don't know if the Teflon tape was put on by someone else or if it was put on. Wow. 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 Okay, I can't get that off. Hey. My wife's coming in to... What are you doing? I'm live streaming. What's going on? All right, hold on. Let me put everyone on mute real quick. Hold on, I put you guys on mute. Let's go to here. Go here. All right, coming back. Sorry, guys. My wife had to ask me a question. Okay, hold on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah. I'm doing only cockers. I got this out, and it has Teflon tape. Someone really wedged this in here. We're going to put it in correctly. I don't know who did this. This is the previous person or who, but there's Teflon tape. This is a pro fitting. I don't think Nova would do this, but stranger things have happened. It just isn't their MO. I haven't seen this before in their build. So I'm thinking maybe the original owner. See, that is in good shape. Let's go and pick out the... Yeah, it looks like it had Loctite in here at one time, and they may not have put enough in it. So we'll re-Loctite it. But I do want to go to this guy. I want to make sure. There's a couple things I check. It was set at 300. It's a little high, I think. Put some Loctite in there. Screw this guy back down. Okay, and then we'll wipe off that. Okay, now so we can take this guy apart. Oh, I think it's coming unscrewed that way. All right, so this is one of their new. I've heard about the new regs. I hadn't seen one yet because this has got a different colored piston in it. Yep, no. Okay, so there's things, and I'll show you guys some stuff here. Normally their pistons are black, but this one is not. So I don't know if I can zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in with this. Let's super zoom. Should be able to zoom in. Come on, focus. I'm gonna try to bring this up. Okay, see that reg seat? I'm gonna try to see I'm trying to get it's crooked on there. It's not flat. It's tilted up, and like it's tilted up like this at an angle. This is high on this end. When you have an angled reg seat, it's going to be a slow refresh. So let's go back out to here. Beep bop. So they've done all new O-rings in here. They did do some changes. I can see that there's some changes done on this. There's an O-ring on the bottom here, which is good. So that, like I say, you never, yeah. So they've, I don't have to see, they listen to me. This is something that I do. They'll never say that they do listen to me, but they do. They've got good O-rings in here. That's why this thing works. So the other thing is, if I bring this, I'll bring this up to here. This is the, get that guy. It's just so you see the top of the brass thing. On their other regs, there was a little piece of machined. When they machined this, it wasn't flat, and this one is flat. So that means, let me see if they, yeah, okay. And so that it's flat, it had a little nipple there, and that nipple would take that piston, it could cock it off to the side, and that's got the nozzle in there. And if that happens, then potentially you could have some velocity issues. Screw that in there right there. So that's good, that's good. So really the only thing I need to work on is to make sure this thing is flat. So take the spring stack off, we're going to put it on right there. Yeah, this is the new piston. Their holes are larger, which is smart. Let's see if I can just push it flat there. There we go. It just wasn't installed correctly. Now it's nice and flat. So that, my friends, will work just fine. That goes right there. This guy goes right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of greasy goo on this. Not much. Let's go like this too. Greasy goo there. Greasy goo there. Just lube it up a little. Doesn't need a lot of lube. Things are pretty. Actually, I'm going to unscrew this guy. Screw this onto here. That remote can go up there. Let's get this guy a bit bigger. I love these kicks. Double. Okay, so I don't know. Let's see. I double what Charles Bird said on the Inception trigger frame. I don't know what. Oh, here. Charles Bird said the SAS with a ShockTech cone lug and hammer. Yeah. So Charles is he's a little better knowledge on those. He's done a lot of testing. You want to know about Sears and stuff. Charles is a guy that I would talk to. Come on, unscrew that, make sure. Okay, that's nice and tight. That spins. I like to put just a little bit of lube on this because I want it to spin. I want it to go down. I'd like to have this to spin, although it won't because they have a weird design. I wish this had a stop. I think I've told them about that, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get, we know this was right around 300. I'm going to push this in a little ways just to where it stops. And I'm going to get my other little gauge. Hopefully, I better test this so it doesn't blow out. Nah, I blow a gauge out, I blow a gauge. Well, I can't screw this into anything. So I need my adapter. I have that, is this it right here? Right here, this will work. This should work. Nope, it doesn't work. Super not awesome. Great. Oh, come on, folks. Right here. Let's see if this one works. Come on, screw on. There it goes. So that one to here, this one into here. Because, of course, things are not happy. So, okay, yeah. So it's just a little bit of pressure. We're going to back this guy off. We're going to set him. We're going to set it at 300. Yeah, works great. You see that? Nice and fast. Works good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out this adjuster. What I like doing is getting this adjuster, come on, pulled out. It's got two adjusters in here. I'm going to wipe this off. Put a little bit of blue Loctite on this. Yes, I know. Just a dab of blue Loctite. You can still take it apart. And I'm going to put it back in. Because I want, I don't like this design. I wish they just have one adjuster. They don't. Okay, I'm going to turn this back on. Okay, I'm going to bring this up to 3. Just about 3. Up. Okay, degas. Okay, perfect. So now I take the smaller screw on the inside, and so this is as max it will get. Okay, and I'm going to bring this down to about 225-ish. There we go. Okay, that is done. And I know I don't have to mess with that anymore. That one is actually done. Done. That's a dunner. Done. Let's see. All right. I don't know. All right. Anything else going on in the paintball world out there, folks? Anything cool? Anyone reporting on anything? We're going to go through this guy. If I go through this guy, there should be a spring down there. And we're going to push everything out to the top over here. It's a pretty simple thing. I'm just going to inspect everything. That O-ring's getting replaced. It feels way too soft. I don't like their soft O-rings. So weirdly, they use 50 durometer on things. I think that's a number 12. Yes, it is. There should be another O-ring in here. I don't know if I have this one. I just usually inspect it. Because they use an oddball size. There it is. Get this one out. Come on. Get out of there. Oh, there it is. They don't use an oddball size. Looks like a number 10. I have a number 10 right here. It's brand, no. It's not number, what size is that? Not the number 11? Oh, looks like a number 10. It is a number 10. But I have some good. Oh, right here. I like these guys. I like these pink ones. Different material. And I'm going to go in here with my Q-tip right here. I go, oop. I'll wipe out all the goober grease I have in there. That goes in there. If I can just get that to tap down. And then we're going to put let's go through. I can get this little spring. Oops, like a hair on there or something. Let's get this guy in here. That O-ring feels fine. Where'd that other spring go? I had a little tiny spring. That's weird. Oh, there it is. I just can't see it. See if I can get that O-ring snapped down around that thing. There it is. I'm going to drop a little drop of oil in there. There we go. This spring should just slide right in there. That is all kitty wumpkus. That goes right there. And then we're going to go and screw that on to here. Screw it all the way down. Should be the lowest, and then we'll unscrew to set that. That's rebuilt. That goes there. That goes there. Okay, this needs to go out to the garage. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh wait, before we go up to the garage, let's do a hammer fix. Where's my no? Oh. Oh, you guys want to see Angus? Let's see. Hold on. Seems. Oh, new Cyborg. Yeah, yeah. So, good review on that. What do you want, buddy? Come on. Want to say hi? What do you want to put? Hold on, bear back there. You want a sticky? All right, coming back. Sorry about that. I'm interested in the new Cyborg also, but another YouTuber guy, he did a really good review on that DVR loader, the carbon DVR loader, and I'm losing his name. I sold him the deep fake, and so let me real quick. Their aluminum hammer is like a Shock-Tac hammer. It has the nylon set screw in here, and for the lug, and they don't install it correctly. So what you do is you just like doing a set screw on a Shock-Tac hammer. You bring that nylon to where you can just see it protruding into the threads. Just coming in there, and then this has the bottom set screw, which is really not needed, but they put it on there. This is for the cocking knob, which is right here. I need to get that out. And the idea on this is you want that lug one to be bound a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, this one's got good friction, so I don't have to mess with that one. But this one, you want to basically have this go back through and cut through it. That makes it perfect, makes it nice and tight, adjustable. It's, really good. The other thing is you want to make sure that this adjuster is facing the bottom, so when you look at you take the frame off the gun, you can access this guy if you need to tension that. So we're going to put this through backwards, the comb pointing through. So when it's in the gun, it's like that. But then you want to run this through backwards. Because when you run it through backwards, it will cut and not mash. That is all information I got from Dan. And see, when you do that, you'll see a little piece of plastic. It will bring it up. It's cut it off. Just a little tiny piece of plastic here. You can see it there. There it is. That's the little piece that cut off. Like a fingernail. And that's set up right. So now this has great friction on it. But, you know, who am I to say? I don't know anything. I think they put the right size O-ring in here. They did. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to catch up. Cyborg. Oh. DRV. Yes, DRV. Shane. Yes, I'm currently in process of... Okay, Charles says I'm currently in process of redoing my serial log comparison information. All right, yeah. Trigger plate. Yeah, I'm just kind of going through. So Charles is he'll be doing a thing. I'm sure he's really, really thorough on stuff. You guys haven't looked at his stuff. Shane, can't get a cyborg unless you buy the other high-end first. For 3K basically, you get a cyborg. Seems done to me. What? I don't get it, Shane. I don't. Can't get the cyborg unless you buy their other high-end first. So 3K basically gets you a cyborg. Seems. I don't know what that is. This. Oh, Mark Davis is in. Shane, you need to explain that. Mark Davis is in, and apparently Damage wins World Cup. Marcelo Revenge. Oh, is that what's his name? Is that the guy that was the whole, you know, Nazi thing? I don't know. Mark, let me know. They don't like people who bought their own high-end. So Shane says, they're only selling cyborgs to people that bought their own high-end gun for. No, you could buy a cyborg. I can go buy a cyborg today. They were available on a couple different sites that were carrying it. So I don't know. But so this guy that did the DRV loader thing, he's a big MacDev fan, and he does a video, and it's just him sitting there. He's kind of pissed, and I like his videos because he's honest, and he tells the truth. He doesn't have any. I don't think he gets sponsored by anything. I don't know. You know, whatever. Shane says nope. Mark says yep. So Mark is yep to the Nazi thing, and Shane is nope to me saying that you should be able to buy a cyborg. I'll look that up later. I trust you, but I almost pulled the trigger on until I watched this guy video. Apparently, when they released this first version, it's got a specific milling on it, and that it's what they were selling them for, what, $1,500 or something like that. I don't know. And apparently, when they do the next release, it's gonna have different milling. It's the same gun. And it's not going to have the carbon tip on it, which I could care less about carbon tips. I see zero benefit except looks. That's my opinion. And but anyway, so he was saying that apparently there was a release that the guns are going to only cost like $800 for the standard one, which has all the same features. It's just machined a little differently. So I don't know if that's true or not. He said it was kind of a shot in the arm to the guys that bought the $1,600 gun. And then apparently they were going to make more of that. I don't know. Yeah, there's a... Oh, Shane says, yeah, there's a video on it. Limited release. I believe you, Shane. I believe you. So, anyway. But, yeah. I don't know. I got to go out to the shop, so I'm going to put us on the other camera out there. I'm not going to be able to look at comments, so comment away. I got to do a little machining. So we'll go out to this camera, and it should have audio follows me out there. I don't know if the audio is going to work, but it should still be working in here. It's a shop cam. So, all right, I'll be right back. Or I'll be out there. Okay. Come on, we'll go outside. Come on. All right. All right, I'm out here. I think it's working. I don't know. But I did a little up here. Not a whole bunch. A little light here. I can aim my light. So this is the pin for their valve. And it's actually a cool design. But there's a flaw on it. And I fixed the flaw. I machined it. So we're going to do that right now. So I'm going to chuck that up. It's running true. So don't laugh at my Harbor Freight mill, all right? Or lathe. I've had this lathe probably for 20 years. And I've replaced brushes in the motors. It's worn out. I need a new one. And I'm not going to buy a Harbor Freight. I'm going to get a nice lathe, I think. And then I have this Grizzly. I bought the Grizzly mill. And this is a glorified hunk of shit compared to the Harbor Freight. This mill is horrible. My drill press that I sold, and I shouldn't have. I sold when I got this, worked better than this thing does. I hate this thing. It works when it wants to. It was a complete waste of money. So, all right. Little deal will do ya. All right, let's see what that looks like. So all I'm doing on this, if anyone's really curious, is the nylon piece, the little top hat, the seal. And the spring slides on. They wedged the spring on it. It's tight. It's a tight fit, and I've heard the argument is this makes it easier for assembly. I don't know how that does, but that's the argument. But what it does is it takes about a coil and a half, and it takes that coil and a half out of the spring. So the spring is essentially a shorter spring, and a shorter spring has higher tension on it. And then it'll put the spring at an angle. And on these balanced pop-up valves, how theirs works, if it puts on an angle, it will leak. So if you have a valve that leaks, and it's an old valve, you can do this. If you have a lathe, I just machine it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'll show you here. I'll pull this out, and so now that spring just slides right on. So the spring has all the movement. I only took off a little bit. You wouldn't even know if I took off anything. Angus, come here, buddy. Got Angus over here. Close my rice up. Come on, hey. Come on, get over here. Come here, shake head. Come on. Where are you? Hey, get over here. Come on. Come here. You want to say hi? Yeah. Say hi. Here you go. Look at there's the camera right up there. You're done. Yeah. All right, back in the house. Probably go to the bathroom all the way. Oh, Angus peed in here. Great. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Come on. Sorry. All right, coming back. Coming back. I need to go like this. I am back. I'm going to sit down. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Okay. Honestly, didn't make a video of it. Yeah, I don't need to make a video, Charles. So, anyway, so back, got this. This is done. We can reinstall this in the gun. These O-rings, I think they've updated them. They don't feel like the really gooey ones. So, I'm confident that those are fine. These valves like lube, folks. They like to be lubed up. Okay, that goes here. That goes here. We're gonna get this on real quick and go like this. So he said, "Oh, it's an installation thing. It's an installation thing." I don't know. I just installed it. I want to just put a little snug on that guy. There we go. And they say it doesn't matter if everything lines up or not. I tend to agree with them on that. Get this guy. We're going to Loctite this guy in here. I got to get a hold of the owner on this. I'm going to see what he wants to do on that three-way. There you go. I want to make sure that is flush. Doesn't feel flush. A little bit further down. There we go. Or just a little bit below the surface. So if he does put a slider on it at any time, it will work. Okay, so that's done, that's done, that's done. We want to go through the Inception RAM, which is right here. Oh, man. And these, I do replace the O-rings. I don't trust them. Simon, sorry Simon, your O-rings stink. And I know you have good warranty, and if the customer has a bad O-ring, the other thing I want to check is make sure, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's not going to work either. The customer had some new, these guys are, his bumpers are really soft, but I see that there's some new bumpers in here. So my guess is Simon's just adding the new ones to this. Yeah, these are the new bumpers. Yeah, these are the new bumpers. Yeah, so if you get an Inception RAM, come on, new bumper, get on there, and it's not working right, it's the bumpers. Replace the bumpers. And Simon's made a new bumper that's harder. What happens is, yeah, see these, I don't want to give them back to the customer because they're just really soft. I'm gonna zoom in. You fold them in half. They're really soft, and he even includes a new O-ring. I'm gonna let him keep the O-ring. I don't want to. I'm not even giving these bumpers back. They're not gonna work. What happens is the back one from this thing hammering when it goes down, the bumper gets impregnated with a little lube oil, and it swells and becomes a piston, and it slows the piston down on return. It makes this piston not work that well. It makes it really slowy Joey. We're gonna put a pink. We're gonna do a colored O-ring on her because we can. Oh yeah, nice and good. We're gonna lube her up. Come on, get in there. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, that's good. And then we'll put this O-ring back in here for him. It's probably a fine O-ring. That's probably. And so Simon's putting. If you buy a new, just replace the bumpers, because he buys these things. He gets these manufactured overseas, in China or Taiwan or somewhere, and they're all pretty simple, and I think they're even packaged for him. I think I need a number 9. Is it number 9? Is it a number 8? I think it's a number 9. Let me see. Oh no, it's a number 8. Number 8. Yes, it's a number 8. And they use the O-rings over there, and he gets screwed. And so a lot of this is that he orders big, and so he may have a whole bunch of these that have the issue that he hasn't got out of a new. Yeah, looks good. He hasn't got them, they're not shipping. He hasn't have a new shipment in. Ah, perfect. Let's wipe off that. We're going to use this RAM. Customer bought it. Why not? It's a good RAM when it's fixed. All right, so let me just see. Matthew, next year NXL Tampa event will be inside the NFL stadium. Oh, that's cool. What's that up there? Everyone can see. So yeah, interesting. So let's get some of the stuff back together. One thing I want to check is when you get that off. When you get an Inception, when you get an Inception Trident bolt, it comes with a whole bunch of O-rings, folks. It comes with a pack of O-rings like this. And we're going to take these O-rings off. We're going to set these, I did them in the wrong order. So let's take the back one off so you can get it off. Wow. It seems like these are... Alright, so you get a bag of O-rings. These are all different sizes. There's 3 of each size. So if I go in here, there's a whole bunch of different sizes here. There's some thin ones right there, some thinnies. Then there's some small ones. These ones, there's a lot of O-rings in here. Okay, there's a softy, small, a hard, soft. Okay, that feels soft. That's definitely soft. That's definitely soft. These guys are the same size. That's definitely hard. So I think so you want to find I don't know which one's it. That's soft. That's hard. But these, I have two hard ones that are it's the same size. You kind of just want to size them. This is, I think, a set. Doesn't make any sense, but we're going to try these guys. I want to see. Yeah, I think these are the ones. No, it feels tight. It feels too tight. And he does this because there's different bores out there. Inception bores are larger. Some of the than the War Games bores. Okay, here's a softie. If I can go down. I think it's that one right there. Let me feel. Yeah, those ones are that. So then we find the hard one. Tip one should always be the hard one. Yeah, that's the combo for this guy. And all the rest of them can go back in the Ziploc baggie for the customer to match them when they find out. These really thin ones sometimes are for really just depends. Depends on where you have a whole bunch of options. There's some metric, and I wish you'd write the sizes down, but I sell O-rings. O-rings make me money. Doesn't write the sizes down. All right, so we know that's the right one. So that actually fits in there much nicer. It's got nice movement. We'll paint that with a little bit of lube. Saw that at Tactics was at World Cup. So they're headband heroes. Kind of cool. If you're into that. If you're into the headband heroes, I don't have one. I'm not a headband guy, so it's really no need for me to have one. Let's go through this guy real quick. Of course, it's going to be a size I don't have, isn't it? Really? It's going to be a weird size. They're making it weird on me. Did they go weird? I'll do this when I get out in the garage. Things I need to do. We can put this guy on. I like a little bit of Loctite on this guy, so we're going to put Loctite on the threads. Just a little dab will do you. I don't know how many people are still hanging out with me. 4 on Facebook, and I have no clue how many people are on YouTube. But I'm probably not going to go too much longer, because just a reality of end up being on here too long. I am getting hungry. Okay, that looks good right there. Let's see. That's good there. Let's get there. Oh, let's put this hammer in. We're going to put the hammer in. I'm going to do my little trifo, my little oil trick. Put a dab will do you in here. Spin that around. Then liquid triflo. Just a drop. You don't need much. Just a drop. This bottle will probably last me the rest of my life. 1 drop is all I use. All it needs. You don't need a lot of oil. And then that amount of oil. It's interesting. There's an anoblim here, and it was like someone had like some sticky on it when it. Like these are kind of like dust finished. Interesting. It's not. It's like it was polished and then dusted. gets me through. Let's crank this down. It's right about there. And screw this guy. We're going to put this guy kind of in place. That goes in here. We'll put that bolt retainer in here. Like that. Vacuum. Oh, what am I doing? I can't do that yet. I need to put this guy back in here. This guy, and this guy. No. So, no. They are not only made for Mini. The Fat Rat will work, the 9/16 Fat Rat will work in any 9/16 gun. This is a 9/16 valve gun. It's not just for the Mini. And the Fat Rat, which is an 11/16 gun, which are Merlins, Meteors, Inception Designs, Resurrections, and Snipers from Empire. New Mozak machine, Autocockerparts.com. Their new WGP bodies are 11/16, so that you would use then the Fat Rat on that. And if you ever do buy a ShockTech internals or just the valve, I recommend buy the whole lower tube kit. It's the best bang for your bucks, $99, and it is designed to work together. And then I recommend putting a bolt in there too. And just like if you buy AK valve, buy their hammer, buy their springs, buy their cocking rod, and buy their bolt. Use it as a system. That's how they're designed to work. That's how they were engineered. Okay, that's back. So we're not far with that. And if you buy this Nova valve, I recommend buying their aluminum hammer, or the Jenny Craig hammer. It's a lightweight hammer, and you know, stuff like that. I do recommend that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this here, and I gotta do surgery. I gotta get, because I gotta heat these up. I don't want the sticker to get destroyed. So I just gotta get underneath the sticker. Oh, nope, it didn't get underneath it. Here it goes. There's underneath the sticker. I'm going to pull the sticker off and stick it right here. That one's done. Try to get up underneath this guy. There we go. That preserves the glue on it. So I'll set that off. And now I got to get this apart. See if I can do that. God. Yeah, these need to be heated. These will be shop heated. That's shop heated. I gotta go and see if I can chuck this up in the lathe and fix this guy. I have a little boring bar I can run through that. It just really seems like it was damaged or something. It was bent? Is that bent? I don't know. I may be able to run a drill through that, clean that up. Those need to be fixed. And I can't put this on until that gets fixed. So yeah, I'm kind of screwed on that. Okay, so, all right, Matthew, you take care. Yep, Richard Bloom says trilogies are also 11/16. Yes, they are. They definitely are. Trilogies are kind of, you know, nice. They are a nice gun. Like, I can make a trilogy shoot great. Factory. Decent gun. Oh, this is sweet. Milo's. Went to Dollar General. This is, at least it's made with pure cane sugar, not any. It's filtered water, cane sugar, lemon juice from concentrate, and natural flavors. So, reality, it's no preservatives and real ingredients. So, I don't feel so bad having that sugar hit. Trying to see. Let me see if I catch anything. Miss anything else? Honestly, okay, yeah. Hey, Drew Bass. Hey, Drew. Drew and Shane were down, and I missed them because I was on the gayest cruise ever. Just kidding. And I missed them. I'm sorry I did. They were really close. But that happens. It happens sometimes. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. No. I think this got as far as I'm going to go on it today. But I am going to go over to not Call of Duty, but Battlefield 6. And I may hit up a little Battlefield 6. So Vizani, if you're not doing anything, I'll probably be in there. I play with Dan. You can find me in Battlefield 6, Docfire, with the FF tags, which is a clan. Which really says it's like it's a clan. You're in a clan? Yeah, that's what they're called. The Fearless Fighter Clan. But anyway, Dan says, yeah, he'll be there. What happens when gaycation stays on the gaycation? What happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation. Now, I was very fortunate to have a friend that may be in chat right now that offered a free vacation package. And I took them up on it and had a really nice time. But with that, I think I'm going to close on out. And I thank you, everyone, for hanging out here and watching me mess around with things. I do appreciate that. Oh, hold on real quick before it bails out. This is a frame in here. The other live feed I did yesterday has this exact same frame on it. And it's interesting. I went to go put screws in these holes, and his frame was a brand new in-box NOS frame. It had never been used. He bought it 12 years ago, and these threads are really fine on his. And I pulled mine out, and mine are 632 on mine, but his I think are metric. Hit me up, comments, Facebook or here if you guys know anything of that. I would appreciate it. So anyway, that's all I have. I gotta figure out what threads those are. So let me click on this. And I'm gonna go here and I'm going to say, why is my screen not working there? Okay, I'm gonna disconnect from Facebook, disconnect, stop. There, and I'm gonna go disconnect from this one.